Okay, here we are everyone. We're arriving at Wynarka in South Australia. We're going to be turning down Moorlands Road. Let's check out this little town. So you will see this here for the old train line. It is disused. Definitely no trains going to be running along that. We're going to start here on Railway Terrace. Now there's a really old, cool school bus hiding there in the little bit of the scrub. Now this is the main street here of Wynarka. It's called Railway Terrace. We will pull over and go for a little walk, I reckon, along here. But we'll do a car tour first. 26 degrees Celsius today here. There are some storms expected a little bit later. And overall though, not a bad day to come out and have a look at a very quiet little town. On the right is the CFS, Country Fire Service, for those overseas. They will deal with things like bushfires, wildfires, house fires, car accidents, all sorts of things that happen out in these communities. Got a house on the right with a lot of stuff. Now this is Mallee country. So Mallee country is obviously, as you probably know by now, for those who watch my other videos, it is mallee gums everywhere. Almost everywhere. A lot of low-lying material on the ground, a lot of bark. This is the kind of place where you will come across snakes and lizards quite easily, especially on a day like today when it's 26 degrees Celsius. Now I'm going along Close Street, or Close Street, however you want to say that. And this seems to be it for how far I can go. You can probably see here there is a lot of stuff over this road here. Building materials and you name it. Don't know what that's all about, but there you go. Now we'll go left here onto Chenoweth Street, I think is how you would say that. Yes, I'm using my indicators like the town person I am. Gotta say, the roads out here are a lot better than some of the other towns I have been to. They're not as undulating and pothole filled as they could be. We'll go left on Railway Terrace and we'll head back up to Moorlands Road. A lot of stuff in that paddock as well. Now, the town of Wynarka has 72 residents as of the last census in 2021. It did have 76 residents in 2016, but obviously 4 people left, probably a family, and moved on somewhere else. Oh, there's a dead snake there. Now this says it's a road, but I am not certain that it is. According to my car maps at least, this says it's a road, but as you can see on the little sign, There is a thing saying surveillance cameras in use, so I'm going to say this is not a public road as much as the maps seems to think it is. Let's continue up Morelands Road. We'll do a loop around. A lot of grain and livestock farming happens out this way. There's a farmer's vehicle here. Now the closest main facilities to Wynarka are probably found in Murray Bridge or in Karoonda. Karoonda has the hospital and small takeaway deli kind of style shops. But there's nothing of that kind out here in Wynarka itself. I think we're going to have to turn back and have another look at the town because we're off the beaten track here. We'll just get out and have a look at this snake, hey. So this snake here is most likely an eastern brown snake. They are the second most venomous snake in the world. As you can see though, this one here has been run over out here on Morelands Road in Wynarka. This is probably a juvenile snake that has probably emerged from the nest not that long ago, and unfortunately it's seen better days. But this is the kind of snake you do not want to be bitten by. What we'll do is we'll have a look at the main street, which is Railway Terrace, and I might do a little walk along and just show you all closer up to what's here in Wynarka. Now the median age out here in Wynarka is 55. There's, like I mentioned earlier, a decline of population of 5.3% between 2016 and 2021. Now the next census is in 2026. At the moment, 58% here are male, 41% are female. This was quite interesting here on the main street on Railway Terrace. Got a little weighbridge. Still looks like it could be used if they wanted to. I'll have a quick look inside here as well. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, is that not set in a different era or what? No digital calculations here, folks, just a big slider. That's pretty cool. I wonder if we can have a look inside. I don't know. It's not locked up that I can see. Wowie zowie, there you go. Oh, check it out. Look at that. Hawk & Co. Limited, Kapunda, South Australia. That's neat. And there's your gauge on there. That is awesome. Not every day you find a thing like this. Okay, time to do our Main Street wander. Now this here, I think, would have been some sort of water pumper, I don't know. I have seen these around before, but I don't always know what they are for. There's the Country Fire Service Brigade here. There'd be a vehicle in there most likely. If a fire breaks out, those are the people you ring. 000 being Australia's emergency number. Okay, let's wander up here. See some of the properties along Railway Terrace. As you might have seen when we pulled up, there is a phone box here, public phone. Calls within Australia are free. Oh, so check this out. This used to be the Wynarka Hall, and it's actually been repurposed into a private home. I love that. That is really beautiful. It's good to see a hall like that getting reused instead of just falling apart, as we've seen on some of my other videos in the older towns. This is a cute little setup. Love the little swinging chair. Nice plants. Now, I'm not sure what this building here is. I'm going to guess it was a church, or perhaps it was a more modern hall here. Oh, that's cool. Look at that. Wynarka school sites, original church 1914 to 1927, and the original hall from 1927 to 1940. There you go. So it was all here. And that makes me think perhaps this little hall-like building or church-like building here is the latest one of a number of halls that they must have had in this little town. There's a bus stop there. I don't know what that's doing laying over like that. The foundation stone has been removed, so I can't tell you precisely what this one is, but yeah, that would have had something there. Here's the main entrance. I love this coloured glass. Hey, stained glass, that's beautiful. Don't know if it's privately owned now or what it is, but it's sort of a Besser block, cinder block style building, this one. Well, it has got power, so gonna say it probably is used. Now the traffic you can hear is from the nearby Karoonda Highway. That highway is the main track between these towns, this town, Wynarka in South Australia, and of course Karoonda, Borica, Wanby, a whole heap that branch off of that highway. The great thing with Wynarka is the town itself here is off the highway, so it's not that kind of place that's going to have a whole heap of noise, I would think anyway. Oh, look at this beautiful home. That's awesome. I quite like that. There is something up here that's catching my eye. Oh, look at that. It says Temke's Motor Garage. That is awesome. The old school sign writing there. Now, I don't know whether this is still active at all, in not obviously a public way, but if someone still owns it, but looks pretty cool. Can we see in there? I'm not sure. Let's have a look. Not really. A little bit. There you go. Now you might have noticed this is a little post agency here, Australia Post. This is is where you'd come to get all your letters, your parcels. Goes back to a different time and era, doesn't it? So you do have to wander. Probably plenty of these homes go back to the 1800s quite easily. I love that. It says clothing optional beyond this point. It's pretty cool. Let's see if I can show you the school bus that we drove by earlier. That is cool. Old yellow school bus. Does anyone remember catching those when they were younger? Wonder what model it might have been as well. There's no real way of knowing that. Something else I just noticed, these here are unfortunately a pest snail species in South Australia. It's a Portuguese snail. They're found all over the Mallee. Unfortunately they do seem to thrive out this way. So we'll have a look at what services are closest to Wynarka here. Put that graphic up on the screen. Do tell me, have you lived here? Or someone you know has lived here in Wynarka? Give me your thoughts on this little town. Would you want to buy up here? Would you want to retire here perhaps? Or reinvigorate the town with a new shop? If you're that brave, let me know. Let's go and have a look at the sporting club here, which includes, I believe, tennis courts and an Australian Football League field as well. Now we're going to cross over the main highway here, the Karoonda Highway, to be able to see the sports facilities. So let's go and check that out. Now it is off season here at the moment for AFL, but there may well be some other sports happening, I'm not sure. Here we go, Wynarka Historical Site. Don't know where that quite is there, but oh yeah, here we go. So here's the Wynarka football and sporting fields. The tennis courts do look a little bit like they've seen better days. That's the playing court there at least. Netball / tennis multi-purpose. Looks like there's some sort of birthday party happening here. Obviously I don't want to upset anyone, but actually not too bad. Little club rooms there. Let's go and have a look at the scoreboard over there in the distance. Let's check it out. This old sign writing here for, what does it say? Pizza Haven, Dial Pizza, the real fresh pizza. Now for those who don't know, Pizza Haven is no longer in Australia. It used to have a phone number 131241, and I remember ringing that not all that long ago, and it went to some employment line or something. But that's cool. That's a real blast from the past. This is what remains of the Wynarka Tennis Club. Not a lot left